Yeah, yeah.
What's good? It's your boy Jay, that's me. We're going to get into TNA Impact from June the 5th, 2025. A pretty good show for the most part. We are going to go over predictions for Against All Odds. So, overall, TNA this week was pretty okay. So, we kick the show off with the first match of the night. Indy Hartwell defeats Tasha Steelz. And then post-match, Mustafa Ali, he shows up. He pushes the referee, and he also pushes Tasha Steelz. So Jason Hotch, him and Ali, they get in each other's faces. Ali basically leaves, and then Tasha Steelz and John Skyler, they join Mustafa Ali up the ramp. So, there's that. That's fine, I guess. This leads us into some more Order 4 drama. So, Tasha Steelz, she's backstage, and John Skyler asks if she's fine. Tasha asks, why would he do something like that? Referring to Mustafa Ali. John Skyler has a phone call, and Tasha Steelz answers it and asks the person to talk to him, and John Skyler says that he'll make sure he gets the message. So Mustafa Ali walks in and asks if everything's good. Tasha Steelz says it is. Jason Hotch walks in, and Mustafa Ali says he's here to apologize, and he accepts his apology. Mustafa Ali says actions have consequences, and there will be consequences to his actions. Ali says that against all odds, he'll represent all of them in the biggest match of his career. He says that Hotch's match will be against him. Okay, this is fine, even though I'm not a fan of the good hands or the great hands. It doesn't matter. This is okay, I guess. I wonder who they were talking to on the phone. That was kind of interesting. So maybe he'll maybe he'll reveal himself probably at Against All Odds. So maybe that could be like a surprise. So that should be some pretty good shit there once it unfolds. Moving on. So this leads us into Moose versus Eric Young. I didn't give a shit about this match. Moose retains the X Division Championship. Who cares? Then post-match, Eric Young, he attacks a fan at ringside, and so do the rest of the Northern Armory. And that was actually pretty cool. I don't know if that's going to be a work or not. They didn't even mention it after it happened. So this is interesting. I feel that maybe Scott D'Amore probably wants Eric Young to go to Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling. Because, Scott D'Amore and Eric Young, they were tag team partners at one point in time with Team Canada. And Eric Young is basically like the second coming of Josh Alexander to Scott D'Amore. So maybe, just maybe, we could get Eric Young in Maple Leaf. That would make me a happy fucking person. So that would be great. Moving on. So this leads us into Danny Luna. She cut a promo backstage. She says she knows what Spitfire had, a bond. She says they don't always get the fairy tale ending. And she's going to be a knockout that everyone remembers. She says she can't wait to show what she can do. Really good shit there. I like that. I'm a fan of Danny Luna. I always have been since her NXT UK days. Jody Threat, I could see her leaving TNA. There's not much you can do with Jody Threat. She would be better off in Maple Leaf as well, or maybe going to the Indies or whatever. I doubt AEW or WWE would want her at all. So I guess maybe if we don't see her in the next couple weeks, maybe TNA might not be renewing her contract or something. I don't fucking know. But that's kind of where she'll end up. Because I don't see any upside to Jody Threat. I just don't. So, yeah. Moving on. So, Joe Hendry, he's backstage. He's very somber. He talks about letting the fans know and his peers down about losing the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. He says Trick Williams, the guy who holds it now, is someone who doesn't respect it. He says he'd love nothing more than another shot at Trick to get it back. He understands it's not his spot right now. It's Elijah's. He says he's going to support him heading into his shot at Against All Odds. He talks about growing up as a TNA fan and rushing home to watch the show. He says he let everyone down. He says he's sorry. So Frankie Kazarian comes in. He claps to taunt him. Frankie says that Joe Hendry got carried away. He's not a saint. Frankie says when Joe Hendry rushed home to watch TNA, who was he watching? Frankie Kazarian. Him. He criticizes him for losing the TNA Championship to someone who isn't even in TNA. He says that TNA, he says, against all odds, he's going to embarrass him. Okay, not going to happen. Frankie Kazarian is a fucking bum. It's time for him to go. Again, my main gripe with TNA has been their roster. It's not really the storylines or whatever. It's just the roster. Moving on. Heather and M by Elegance, the Elegance brand, they defeat Hudson and they defeat Harley Hudson and Myla Gray. So that's cool there. The Scottish duo, pretty cool. I guess it's fun. Basically, the personal concierge got involved, basically. So that's how they won. That's fine. Moving on. So this leads us into Monsters Ball. Xia Brookside defeats Rosemary in a pretty decent match. TNA loves Monsters Ball. They've been doing it a lot lately. They've been doing it for years. And now, it's almost like it used to occur on pay-per-view, but over the past, I'd say 2 to 3 years, they have done them as TV feuds, like to blow off a feud, to end feuds. They did it for like Trey Miguel and Sami Callihan and other guys and stuff like that. They did it for Mance Warner and them, so, there's that. Match was solid, though. It was fun stuff, so that's cool. Moving on. So we get a vignette for the Rascals. They're in the treehouse. They name a bunch of tag teams, and they say that, my bad. And Trey says that, my bad. Basically, the Rascals, they name a bunch of tag teams. And Trey says Shelton Benjamin and Mom. And Zachary Wentz says they're going to be the new TNA World Tag Team Championships. Tag Team Champions. Not going to happen. Moving on. This leads us into Elijah. He has a backstage promo vignette. He says that Trick is not calm. He's cracking already. He says it all starts within, and that's where legends begin. He says he's lost the plot. He says that his spirit is weak. He tells to bring the TNA Championship and find out why in TNA they walk this way. Okay, that's pretty cool. Is Elijah going to win? No, he's not. But the match should be fun. Moving on. This leads us into a vignette from Xia Lee, a.k.a. Li Ying Lee. So she says she's from China and she's the only one who made it this far. She says she didn't come to challenge her. She came to end her reign. She says that against all odds, she'll walk in with one goal to win. She says she can hold that title until she can take it from her, referring to Masha Slamovich. That match should be solid. Really good stuff there. Moving on. So Santino Marella comes out and he basically says that if he wins, Robert Stone is gone from TNA. But if he loses, if Santino loses, he's done. So, there's that. And basically, Robert Stone comes out, and it's going to be a Sheriff Stone, a Sheriff Stone show, basically. It's just, it doesn't matter. It's just to promote their match. All right, that's fine there. Main event we got a vignette by Masha Slamovich. So, she just says that she's going to continue to be a dominant champion and everything else. That's all she said. Main event of the evening, 6-man tag. The Nimbus and Frankie Kazarian, they are defeated by Mike Santana, Matt Hardy, and Leon Slater. So that was pretty cool there. And that was the show. So that's fun. So pretty okay show. Let's get into Against All Odds predictions. So we have 9 matches on the card. It's going to take place in Tempe, Arizona at the Mullet Arena, which seats basically 5,000 people. So I would assume probably between 4,000 and 4,500 people will show up at the event, which should be really good. Again, TNA's been doing tremendous sellouts over the past several months with their partnership with NXT, so that's great. So, like I said before, 9 matches on the card. 8-man tag, The System. Moose, Brian Myers, Eddie Edwards, JDC, who cares? They're going to face the Hardys, Man Jeff Hardy, Leon Slater, and a partner to be announced. I have no idea who that partner could be. Should be fun, I guess. I'm going to go with the babyfaces winning, so yeah. Fuck The System. They suck. Moving on. This leads us into Mustafa Ali versus John Skyler. Versus Jason Hotch. So Mustafa Ali's going to win, obviously. I do like the storyline that they're doing, but what's the end game for this shit? You know what I'm saying? All right, moving on. Steve Maclin versus Mance Warner for the TNA International Championship. Steve Maclin's going to retain. Why would he lose? He just got the title at WrestleMania weekend. So why would he lose the title that quickly? Moving on. Santino Marella versus Robert Stone. The winner is the official TNA Director of Authority. So I'm going to go with Robert Stone winning. That makes the most sense. It's always a lot more fun when heels are general managers, basically. It's always fun to have a heel GM. So, yeah. Moving on. A match that I'm looking forward to. Masha Slamovich versus Xia Li. Li Ying Li for the TNA Knockout Championship. Masha's going to retain. The match should be solid. Next, this leads us into the Nemeth Brothers versus the Rascals for the TNA World Tag Team Championships. The Nemeth Brothers are going to retain. Why would they lose? I think they'll probably lose at Slammiversary. Moving on, the Elegance brand. Ash and Heather by Elegance versus Xia Brookside and Harley Hudson, and Myla Grace. The Elegance brand, they're going to win that. Why would they lose? Next, Joe Hendry versus Frankie Kazarian. Joe Hendry. He's my pick to win. And then, main event of the evening, Trick Williams versus Elijah for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Trick Williams, hands down. So, hopefully we get some surprises. There are a couple matches I'm looking forward to. Obviously, the main event. Obviously, the Rascals and the Nemeth Brothers. That should be pretty fun. Same thing with Masha and Xia Lee. That should be fun as well. So, you know, it should be a fun watch overall. Hopefully, we do get some surprises. If not, it is what it is. Maybe they're going to save some surprises for Slammiversary next month. But we'll have to wait and see. But what did you guys think of TNA? And what are your predictions for Against All Odds? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.